Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to play FTL while we wait for Prince Nasjac to spawn. I've already killed the prince twice, but looks like we're going to have to kill him a third time. So if you guys haven't played FTL, it's a pretty nifty game. This is the Kestrel, the starter ship. I suggest playing on easy because the game is actually pretty difficult RNG based stuff. So this is the hangar. You can select your ship. Yes, one of the ships looks like a dick. You don't start with all these ships, you only start with this one, but I've played a few times. And each ship has a variant, so you see here's this highlighted type A, go to type B. This switches around the rooms, switches which guys you start with, and where the doors exit the craft for when you have to vent out the air for fires and whatnot. The ship's pretty cool. It features the mantis type enemy, or they start out sort of as your enemy, but you can get them as your allies as well. And they're really good at fighting, which is the tactic I typically go for, but I've been enjoying recently never this ship. This ship's awesome, but I think I'm gonna go with, let's see, was it this one or is it this one? Yeah, this one. So this is like the robot drone type ship. The type B is it's just not as good. As you can see, the stats down here change. So like, depending which ship you pick. Um, sort of the flavor of this ship is your drone control. So I'm gonna do this one. I think if I had to say which was the best ship in the game, I'd say this is probably the second best ship, and this is probably no, I can't say this is the best. This one is pretty good. I'd say this one is by best ship in the game. I mean the best second best ship that I have right now. There's other ships that I don't have, which are probably better. There's like a secret unlockable ship that I've never gotten, but it's really hard to get, and you got to get a lot of RNG, good rolls on stuff. Anyway, let's get this started. See if the prince spawned. No, don't think so. I should get a little warning down here when he does. But let me just move my character a little bit so I don't go AFK. Alright, so we'll start with the Taurus. It's their special ability. Or each ship gets like its own little, well, only some of them do. Mantis pheromones, medbot dispersal, slug repair gel. Alright, so this is this special thing is was it healing, I think? Yeah, so usually you can only get healing in the plus sign in the med bay, which can fit 3 people. You can have 8 people, so it's hard to heal them all at once, but you'll see that as I continue. So let's start easy mode. Okay. See, it gives you good weapons. Alright, let's start. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is, so these are the Engi. So if you go to your ship, go to your crew. One thing the Engis are really good at is repairing, but they're also really bad at fighting. Humans aren't good at anything, but they're also not bad at anything. So given that, I usually take the guys who are good at repairing and put one in the engine room, and usually one in the shields or one in the weapons. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go weapons because this takes 3 power. We're gonna power that up. So if it takes a hit to its system and it's enough damage that uh, it reduces one of, you could think of this as like hit points. So if this piece gets damaged, even though I have 3 maximum power, this costs 3 power, so I'd have 2 power left over. It's basic, or that power would no longer be useful for this system. So I would want that repaired as soon as possible because this weapon is really good. So this is a anti-ship drone, which will be our only damage in the early game. We have 15 drone parts. I think this only costs 1 drone part to use per battle, so we have 15 fights before we're basically done. So I have 2 extra energy. I'll throw that into evasion or engines. If you don't have any engines, you can't jump. And these are always powered, so you don't have to spend energy on them. But if they get damaged, so say like your pilot seat gets damaged, you can't. Your evasion drops to 0, and you can't drive. At least I believe it drops to 0. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, if this is out of commission, or if your engine is out of commission, or if I guess it's the deck. I don't even know, what do they call it? If the piloting is system gets destroyed, then your evasion will be 0, and you're going to take a lot of damage. So we start with 30 coins, 30 little scrap bits. What can we spend it on? Let's see here. So we could get extra power, but as you can see, we still have 1 power. We don't really need more right now. These kind of subsystems, these crucial systems, are pretty worth it to get because not only do you have to spend power, or not only do you not have to spend power to power them, they give you really good information or protection. So for instance, blast doors. If you just have normal doors, if somebody boards you, they just walk around freely, and you're gonna freak out. You're like, oh my god, everything's dying. So I'm just gonna pause real quick. So you can like open doors and stuff, right? And if I unpause, all the oxygen's gone. Close that. You can see the oxygen level over here, and my evade chance. If I reduce this, my evade chance goes down. If I totally reduce it, it goes down to 0. Which would be bad. Let me see. If I move this guy... Yeah, so if nobody's piloting, evade chance is 0. There we go. So this is, even though it's easy mode, you want to make sure you get the right stuff here. And so as you can see, this only costs 15. And it increases in price a lot as it goes up. Some ships, so we already reached the threshold here of 3 power, but if I only had, 3 weapons, if I only had like 1 weapons, sometimes that first upgrade costs like 90 scrap or something. So that's another good part about this ship. There's no really super bad system right now. For these 30, I think I'm just going to throw it into evasion because this game is a lot of RNG. And we already have 1 extra power, so I'll just throw it in that. Now we have 25 evasion. I'll save this 15, and hopefully in our next jump we'll get enough for another upgrade. So here we have 2 different distress beacons. These are, I would say, much more worth it to go to than just a blank area. And we can only scan the areas that we're connected to, unless you get long range scanners, which we don't have yet. So let's go to, and you want to hit up as many nodes as you can, sort of towing the line between almost dying and getting as many rewards as possible before you exit. And each turn, so moving from place to place, that's like 1 turn. The Federation that's chasing you, or the bad guys, right? are chasing you, they're going to get closer, and they're going to start cutting off zones. So you kind of want to plan your path. So to me, when I look at this, I think, oh, I'll go here, then I'll go here, then I'll go here, then I'll go here, here, here. And if I have extra time, I'll just keep going around the exit until I can't possibly go anywhere else. Because if you land in a sector, or if you land on a point in a sector that's controlled by the Federation, then you're forced into an unfair fight where you get one fuel, and that's it for even if you win. So you want to try to avoid that because they deal a lot of damage. All right, so let's go to this first distress place. Okay. Find the source of the distress call. Small research facility. Okay, so here we have a choice. The fire suppression system is now responding. So basically, I could leave and I don't risk anything. I don't get any reward. I could dock and try to rescue the survivors. This makes me think that if I succeed at this, which isn't guaranteed, I might get another additional crew member, which will help me out, which I can explain if we once we get another crew member. Or I can send in the crew and try to put out the fire. So this would likely yield in, if I succeed, in them being happy that I put out the fire. They might give me some scrap. They might give me an item, or if I'm really lucky, they could give me like a ship upgrade or something. Not the ones that I was showing you before, but the like ships specific things like the mantis pheromones and the Angies sort of healing, even if they're not in the med bay. So, I mean, it's totally worth it to pick one or two. I think at this point, I like to try to get as many crew members as I can as early as possible. So we're going to try to dock and rescue the survivors. I could look up on the wiki which is the most likely, best like min-maxing thing to do, but I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty sure this one's fine. And even if it fails, I'll probably take some damage. At worst, one of my guys dies, but it's the beginning of the game, so kind of like when you're investing and you're young, you want to take as many risks as possible because, you just started. It's not that big a deal if you have to restart, or it's not going to hurt you as much in the long run. So let's try number 2. Okay, so it looks like our ship took some damage and we got some scrap. That's the crucial info. Yeah, highest concentration of life form brings ship side. Before you begin to offload, yeah, oof. Dang. Helplessly as the last of the survivors are consumed. That's sad. It's okay, we got some scrap, It's not even that big a deal. We could use if we healed up at a station for the amount of scrap we got, we probably got like 2 scrap more than we started with. So as you can see, this oxygen hasn't refilled up yet. That's because my oxygen system is really ineffective at this time. But once we pump that up, it should increase the oxygen flow, which is important because if you do get fires, or if you get boarded, you want to make sure that you can move about your ship without dying from the oxygen. So we have 29 scrap. We can get technically a shield upgrade. We can get one of these subsystems. And one thing that the ship is really susceptible to is getting boarded. So I do want to get a door system to buy some time as much as I can if that happens, but I'd say it's pretty unlikely to get boarded in the first sector, and if you do, it's probably just going to be like 1 human or 2 humans, and I have 3 guys. So with the AoE healing of the ship, it's probably not that big a deal yet, And getting certain systems early, like the med bay, if I get level 2 med bay, it unlocks some special options during the interaction. So say the other distress beacon was like, oh, there's a sick person, they need help. You could be like, oh, well, my med bay is so cool. And those sort of options are like guaranteed good stuff. So you don't have to risk anything. It highlights in blue. We'll probably see some of that later. So I'm going to save up for this med bay level 2, and then I'll probably go for the door systems. But before that, we gotta hop to the next distress beacon. Could be a trap, we don't know. It was a trap. Okay. So you arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. Seems the distress beacon was a trap. So I'm gonna hit 1 and then hit spacebar and pause and think about it. I'm gonna look at their weapons. Okay, so they have a missile launcher. This is, I think, a Hermes missile launcher, which shoots very quickly. So I'm probably guaranteed to take at least 1 missile. I mean, so if they fire it, they have a 75% chance of hitting me, and a decent chance of hitting one of the systems that's important. So one thing I forgot to mention, that if you man a guy at a station, so this guy's at the weapons station, the weapons, let me put my finger over it. Yeah, so manning reduces charge time of the weapons. I'm not sure how many percents it does. Oh, I can hover my finger over it. Okay. Yes. So it gives 10% faster charge time to weapons. And similarly, this gives +5 evasion to the engines for somebody being in there. So getting more dudes, which is why I picked option 2 in the beginning, was because I could put it in the shields room. I guess that's the only room, technically, that it would be useful to have an extra dude in, besides backup repairs. But if he was in the shields room, it would help defend against this, I think this is a heavy laser, maybe rank 1. So I only have 1 shield. And because it's rank 1, it shoots quickly, so there is technically a chance that it could shoot, break my shield, shoot again, and then damage my system. I don't think that's really the biggest threat here. Biggest threat is the missile launcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 1 to target with my ion blaster, which is a ridiculously overpowered weapon, and you're going to see why. Even in this situation where there's a missile launcher, I'll probably be fine. So I don't have enough energy to launch an anti-ship drone yet, but once, you'll see, this ion blaster locks down systems. If I can lock down the weapons, all of the weapons, I will completely remove, well, not completely, I only need 2 for the anti-ship drone. I'll remove my evasion because I won't need it anymore, and then I'll throw up the ship drone, and that'll just delete this enemy for me. So also I'm going to turn on auto fire so I don't have to continually target with this, because it does shoot very fast. So let's see how this plays out. An intruder. Oh my god. What did I say? It's unlikely that there's going to be intruders. So he's going to shoot this system. Let's see where he decides to go. Stick to the plan. We'll see where he decides to. Okay, so he's shooting the doors. That's fine, because he can literally just walk through the doors if he wanted to. And given my ship's AoE healing, I think I'm okay with waiting it out to see. I don't want to move this guy over here yet, or I want him to come to me to buy as much time as possible to disable the weapons before I make my next move. So let's keep going. Okay, so we got the shields down. Do we get a missile? We do. Okay, so I was able to disable the heavy laser, which is good. We're probably going to take a missile to the face. Hopefully it hits this guy in this room, but that's unlikely. As long as it doesn't hit the weapons, we should be fine. Okay, it hit the weapons, but I did get a shot off. Hopefully that disables this in time. So now, okay, now that it's, so the Engi does repair it quickly, but let's see what this ion bolt, ion ball did or whatever. Let's see if, okay, so it hits the shield again. So that's not really good. We're probably gonna have to weather another missile, but that's okay. Let's get this up and running as much as, oh, nice. 25% chance, missed. Is this not targeting? It is not. So the auto fire turned off. That's my bad. That's a mistake right there. So those guys are gonna duke it out. That's what. Yeah. Alright. So this is what we're gonna have to do here. Shields are disabled. We're gonna put out the anti-ship drone. I don't get to control that, so that's just like, you know, good luck. These guys are fighting. That's fine with the healing. I think it's gonna be okay, even though the fighting power of Tomas here is not the best. And once we get this Ion Blast rank 2 up, we should be okay. We might take 2 more missiles here. But let's see. If we get lucky with the ship's attack. Oh, it hit the drone. The drone control center, so it'd be bad if that hits it again. Okay, hits an empty room, that's fine. Okay, so this is backup. Send that on the weapons. We want to get that down ASAP. Okay, so you heard the heartbeat monitor there. So that means Tomas is low. Let's look at the HP here. 28 to 26. So he'll die if he stays. So we're gonna send him to the med bay. That's gonna reduce our evasion by 5, but we want Thomas to live. Okay. Remember how I said two more missiles? I think we're just gonna die. But let's keep going. Okay, so they teleported Thomas back. Usually you don't fight a teleporter with a missile launcher on the second node that you go to. But that is the nature of RNG. And we're just gonna have to roll with it here. So I'm gonna heal up this this drone, please. Oops, auto fire. Yes, target. Let's target the shields. Come to think of it, I probably should have done that earlier. Oh, there goes all my evasion. Okay, let's get another anti-ship drone out. So because they hit the because they hit the driver's seat, we obviously can't dodge anything. So if the shield's down and disabled for now, I'm gonna send this guy over here. Get the oxygen fixed up, because that'll be the end of everything. Guys, I think this is just the end of everything. Honestly, we just have to wait for him to run out of missiles. They killed the driver. Oh my god. Okay. So, this is FTL. If you like this content, please give it a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified when more videos like this come out. And make sure to let me know what your favorite part of FTL is in the comments below. Okay. We'll restart. How about that? Here we go. Let's try again. Alright. So center guy over here. I'm telling you guys, you want to play on normal? Go ahead. Let's I still think evasion is good. And let's power that up. Okay, we look good to go. We're good to go. No more explanations. So no distress beacons. It sounds good. Got a little bit unlucky. But one thing you do want to look out for is these nebulas here. An unvisited location. So the good part about these is when you're in them, or when you go to them, it reduces the amount that the Federation or the bad guys, whatever, catch up to you. So if this is like the normal amount, they only catch up like that much. So you can fit in a lot more nodes on your way to the exit. And hopefully those nodes are good for you and you get good stuff and get overpowered early. So this is an encounter that happens occasionally. They'll say, hey, give me some money or I'll kill you. And if you reject their offer, you get to initiate a fight. Even if I had the money, I always reject the offer because, I mean, look, you can see his weapons, right? So you get to kind of look at it, be like, okay, he's got an iron weapon, he's got a little laser. He could take down my shields, but he's not going to deal as much damage as a missile launcher. And we want his money and his scrap, so let's keep going. Too bad, you'll regret this decision. I don't think so. All right, let's target the shields this time. I think that was my mistake. And you know what? Let's get rid of oxygen. And we'll depower the med bay because we want, you know, it's okay. It'll be fine. This will give us the power we need to both. Okay, nice. We got a lucky hit on the weapons with the drone. And now it's fully depowered, and now we can't miss because we hit their pilot seat. See guys, this is how it's supposed to go. I swear I've played this game before. Okay, so what they're offering me right here is what I believe to be a way better deal than I'm going to get by killing them. 6 missiles is a huge amount of missiles. So we're going to go with accepting the deal. Usually if you say no, we'll keep killing you. You will get more scrap, but you'll get fewer of these sort of good things. So let's accept their offer. And let's take a look at our ship. What can we upgrade here? Let's get some power so we can turn the oxygen back on. That's good. We'll keep the med bay depowered. I don't think that's that big of a deal. So one thing that you might consider waiting for is your oxygen to come back up before you jump to the next node. And this is because if I had to do this tactic again, that would be getting me dangerously low on oxygen. Now, even though I got the extra power, I don't think I have to do that again, but say, for instance, I needed to power the med bay or something else like that. It's good to just cover all your other bases. Oh, my breath is running out. That was close. Okay. Hey, a distress beacon. Alright, let's go check it out. Okay, distress beacons coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Okay, so this life form, so I could ignore it, whatever, go about my business. Or I could go down, check out this life form. I believe it has a chance to be a crew member for you, or someone who wants to be dropped off at the next space station. They'll give you some cash. Or it's a alien life form that like murders one of your crew and destroys part of your ship. So I think it's a good chance to risk it here. So we're gonna go down and investigate. Find a colony. Recently been attacked. Oh, the lone survivor. Oh, okay. So yeah, you could take them to the next system, which I don't even know if that gives you scrap. Maybe a little bit. But I'm going to invite him to join my crew, which is kind of like taking advantage of the situation. I'm like, no, you can't go to your family, but you can join a new family. And he's happy. He wants to get off that rock, don't we all? Okay. So another Engi. I think it could have been anything, but we're gonna slap him in the shield room. Which is cool. It goes with the flavor of the ship. Let's jump again. Straight into the nebula. Okay, so one thing that happens in a nebula is you can get a Scion Storm, or Psi Storm, or something. And what that does is it can reduce your just overall power of your ship. This time we didn't get it, but we did. When you're in here, your sensors are completely busted. So let's see what happened. Heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding. Ooh. They fade into the nebula. So here, I don't have a blue option, but there's usually a blue option for if you have level 2 sensors, or if you have, I'm guessing you need 4 engine speed, which I probably should have thought about as I was going to the nebula, maybe instead of the power, which then I could chase them down and either help them or destroy them and take their scrap. So we can attempt to follow, but I think it's a low chance to catch up. Let's attempt. Yeah, sensors didn't pick up anything. That's too bad. So that's like, we could have got something, but we didn't. It's not the end of the world, but you're also like, man, I wish I could have got whatever it is that they had for me. Okay. Oh, so this is kind of, yeah, it's just not good. They board your ship. There's no ship to destroy, so you don't really get rewards. You just have to kill them and move on. And because you have no sensors, we're not sure how many there are. We know there's at least 2. But because there's no other ship, I could just like throw all my dudes up in here and outnumber them. And let's see. Are they being healed? So do I have to power the medbay? Yeah. So for the sort of AoE heals that so this guy's getting kind of low, so I'm just gonna send him to the real medbay. For the AoE heals to work from the ship's modification, medbays do have to be powered, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, this guy almost died, man. Alright, so the human's the pilot, right? And you want to check. Oh, he got a little bit of fighting skill. Very good. And this is the weapons guy. That's what I'm looking for. So you want to make sure to put the right dudes back in the right spot. Charlie. So Thomas. So he didn't evade anything yet, so he didn't get any extra bonus to his engines. But you only get another extra bonus once you rank it all the way up. And there's 2 ranks to each thing. So if you keep your guys alive, you will be rewarded. Ooh, so this is interesting. Got a distress up here and a distress down there. I think the best way to hit both of these... let me think. So this, where it shows you the possible ways you can go out from a thing, is something you have to enable in the settings. So if all you see is just like this line and then nothing around it when you select it, you can enable that in the settings, which helps you plan your movements better. So I could go here, then there, then there. I think I'd be safe. And then I probably have to go here, there. If I had time, go there. If I didn't, go here. No, if I didn't, yeah, maybe go there, then there, then there. Let's do that. So you're gonna plan your jumps in advance. So here we have a similar ship to the other place. This time different interaction. So this is a distress call. Could he lead us there? Now, they could be leading us to a trap, but as I've said before, it's okay to risk it. They give you some scrap, they give you a quest marker. It's up to you if you want to complete that. So we're going to upgrade our doors because Sector 1, I guess, they like to board our ship. So, and this ship is weak against being boarded. So here we have a store here. There's not really much I can buy. I literally have 0 cash. So that's not going to be too helpful. So let's jump back into the nebula to slow down the pursuit of the baddies. This is a drone ship, so there's no enemies on the ship. They have a little bit of a different interaction with you. So here we can attack the ship to get to the station or avoid provoking it. So this is kind of like a toss-up, right? I can attack the ship. You can kind of see as a missile launcher under there, but it also has no shields. So a ship with no shields is really susceptible to being attacked. So even though it has a missile launcher, I think it's worth it just to kill it for its scrap. Usually has a high amount of scrap. So we're gonna attack the ship. We're gonna disable the med bay, activate anti-ship, and we're going to target its weapons because that will, we'll probably eat 1 missile if we don't get lucky with the ship, anti-ship drone attacking the weapons. Hopefully it attacks the weapons, but we don't get to decide that. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 20% chance it attacks the weapons. I'd say it's worth the scrap. Okay, that's actually fine. So what you saw there is a rare occurrence where a fired missile hits a drone, and as you see the drone moves around, which doesn't happen very often, and eats the missile for us. So I'd gladly trade 1 drone scrap to avoid some damage. Okay, let's investigate the station. Ooh, so we got another drone here. Apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. Nice. So a boarding drone. This isn't my favorite drone, but it is a drone nonetheless. Just gonna pause for a second here. Other guy camping, but he left and sat on the ground. Yeah, some guy spit on the ground while I was camping this spawn. I guess he didn't like the competition. Some people just can't take the heat. So here we go. What do we got a boarding drone, we got some scrap. We upgraded the doors already. We really want medbay level 2 because I'd say at least twice in your game you're gonna get a blue thing from that. By blue thing I mean like a response you can pick for good outcomes. So we're gonna bank this scrap and we're gonna jump. Let's see, yeah, I think it'll be just enough space for us to jump back. Yes. Alright. So, as you guys know, we've received this distress call before. I don't really need any more survivors, so let's try to put out the fire. This will usually risk a survivor for potential reward, but we already filled our crucial systems, so I think it's fine to risk 1. Alright, let's go for it. We're going to pick number 1. Fortunately, as soon as they enter the fire breaches, oh my god. Oh. Okay, unfortunate soul, lost in the inferno. Not much we can do about it. We got some scrap. We got our medbay upgrade. Sometimes you just don't get lucky with the RNG, but hey, what are you going to do? So I think our original plan was jump to this one, but I believe we'll have enough time to jump to this one, then this one. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember, you want to try to finish as many as possible. Upon arriving at this beacon, you detect a distress call. What? Nice. Local scans reveal that a Federation transport is under attack from a rebel scout. Okay. So we could avoid this, or we could aid the Federation ship. So this is where we could get double the amount of ship rewards by beating the Federation ship and helping the scout. Or the scout could get away and we beat the Federation ship and we only get one ship reward. So I'd say it's just a good bet. You know, you always want to take this bet. So let's try to help it out. I'm not sure if it's like its amount of time or if it's just chance. I think it's just chance. But if you kill it quickly, I feel like they're more likely to still be around. Maybe that's just a personal bias I have though. Okay, we power up our weapons. Let's engage these babies. Alright, so we could send in a boarding drone. And this could be a good idea in this case because, so if you take a look at their weapon setup, they have a laser and a beam weapon. And beam weapons can be really destructive, but only if they can get through the shield. And they don't take away the shield. But what could happen is this laser could hit my shield and then the beam goes off. But that would have to time up pretty succinctly. And I don't think that's going to happen. So with a boarding drone, without a med bay on board, I could just keep sending boarding drones until they're all dead. And when you kill a crew and leave the ship, you get way better rewards. So I think we're going to try to do that while using our Ion Blast to disable the weapons as much as we can. So let's auto-fire that. And let's... Oh, we don't have enough power? We need more power. Okay. We're going to go with the risky no oxygen strat, guys. Wish me luck here. That's it. Hands off. So he goes straight for the pilot. See if they send reinforcements or if it's only one guy. So the beam weapon did line up with the shield big damage. But that's okay. So we had disabled the weapons one time. That's good. Boarding drone will go down, but we can just send another one over. It's like sending over Terminators. Okay. So now we've reduced it pretty much down to just the laser weapon, which can't get through our shields. So we're pretty good. Took 2 damage, which isn't that bad. Another thing a boarding drone does when it hits the ship is it tears open a hole into space, which, as you can see by the lines there, it's indicating there's no oxygen left, which makes it really hard to fight the boarding drone because not only are you taking damage by losing oxygen, you're taking damage from the boarding drone. So it can be extremely destructive when the boarding drone lands in the oxygen system room, which, oh, all my guys are about to die. I got so wrapped up. Okay. We don't need evasion because our shields are working, so let's... Oh, we're all gonna die. I've made a grave mistake. Let's see if any of them live. Nope, all dead. Wait, what? Okay, so... I think I still lose the game. But I killed all the enemy crew right as all of my guys died? Wait, what? Okay, what happens if we contact... So this is where we got the double reward. At least you guys will be able to see the double reward. So we killed the crew. And the rebel scout was like, oh, thanks, you're so great. They gave us the supplies. And then the game's over. Okay. Alright. Thanks, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, yada yada. All right, let's keep going. This guy is not spawning. Is this guy questing or? I'm gonna inspect him real quick. What is he doing? Inspect. Could this be? I have no idea what is going on with that person. Okay, let's line up with this pillar down here. Should be able to get notifications from all locations. Notifications from all locations. So the beginning of this game is the hardest part. If you can live past the second sector, you should be good. So let's get. Oh, I have to go up the engines. Engines are just too good. Okay, so we have a store. Once again, not super useful in the beginning unless you get super duper lucky. Got a couple of nebula locations sort of towards the end. I'm looking at, yeah, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, but the store just, we don't really need one yet. So let's try to avoid that because that would be like a wasted turn kind of. Okay, so I think we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then an optional 9, 10, 11, 12, or 9, 10, 11, 12, or 9, 10, 11. And then with the zigzag pattern, you know, we could just skip this one if we really have to or something like that. Oh, forgot to power my guns. Okay, so we've landed too close to a sun. This is gonna give us some fire mechanics that we'll see here. Let's power up the ion blaster. Let's get the anti-ship drone going. We have a mine teleportation weapon. It's kind of like a missile. I guess it's pretty much the same as a missile. Maybe a little bit worse. I don't know. But we do want as much evasion as possible, so we're going to risk it for the biscuit. Turn off the oxygen again. Let's see if we've learned from our mistakes at all. Probably not. And we're going to target the shields like we remember from the first time we died. So basically we want to kill this as fast as possible because the longer we stay near the sun, the more fire is going to hit our ship and the more pressure it's going to put on us to deal with that situation. So let's keep going here. Let's keep blasting away. Okay, here comes the first mine. Hits an empty room. So we're about to get flamed by the sun. But this is exactly how I would deal with fire, right? I'm going to open these doors and vent the flame into space because fire needs oxygen to live. And as soon as that's done, oof, see, it's risky with the no oxygen refill strat because now this room is just a death trap. Solar flare imminent. Oh, they surrender. They surrender. I'm gonna accept this just because this is like the worst place you want to be. You know, just take what you can get and get out of there. I'll accept. As soon as I accept, I'm turning the oxygen back on. I'm gonna turn the med bay back on because I'm gonna have to get rid of this fire. And as soon as, oh man, as soon as this jump gauge fills, I'm getting out of here. Hopefully before the next solar flare. This guy's gonna put out the fire. Let's, oof. I want to put out this fire first before we jump. Oh, their ship still died from fire. I feel bad for them. Okay. Nice. So he made it back to his post. That's good news. Okay, we've come in a jump. We see laser blast. Oh god. Someone's under attack. What is this guy doing? What's he doing? Is that Broken Tooth? Looks like Broken Tooth. Someone's under attack from pirates. Obviously, we're gonna help them out. Little dinky slug ship. Should be easy prey. Should be. Let's disable oxygen for the initial value so we can get 5% more dodge. Or evasion, rather. Unless this is a one bolt thing. Nice. Okay. Get wrecked. Excellent. Don't need that anymore. Turn the oxygen back on. You can see that this room still hasn't filled up. It's feeling the effects of the quickly getting out of there sort of strategy that we implemented earlier. Ooh, the fast RNG shoots. Sometimes the drone will like patrol like halfway across the ship before it shoots, but sometimes it just patrols like 2 inches and then shoots again. Oh, we might get double here. Let's see. Looks like they are grateful. They helped patch up my ship, so that's very nice of them. Let's take a look. What ship mods do we want? We want the med bay. You guys are, you're gonna see the med bay. It's meta. It's that was a bad joke. Let's keep going. Oh, this rare spawn's never gonna spawn. Did I mention I killed it twice? I think I did. Okay, so this is like a, if you had money you could repair here, but we are full, so we're fine. It's usually at a good rate too. Once again, not enough scrap to go to a store. This is a distress beacon. My original plan was to go up, down, but now that I see distress, I think I'll go down, up, down. Excuse me. Alright. Let's go to the distress beacon. I need some agua. Okay, similar to the, maybe we can replenish our old guy here, who died tragically in a fire. Let's go down and investigate. Oh, the med bay! This is what I'm talking about. Blue response, number 3. So we find him. He's living alone in a cave. He doesn't look very good. So we're gonna stick him in the med bay because our med bays are so advanced. The system is able to identify and minimize the trauma, and he will serve on the ship. So he's, oh, it's Charlie. Wait, is this Charlie resurrected from the dead? Okay, I'll put him to work in the shield room. There he will increase recharge speeds of shield by, I believe, a fancy 10%. So now that we've been distressed out, we can move on. Okay, slug ships. I'll take a slug ship any day. Let's attack. Okay. Oh well, they asked for it. I think they wanted to be peaceful and let us go on our merry way, but that's not how you get scrap. Let's disable their shields. Once again, we're gonna get rid of the oxygen for a little bit of evasion. Every 5% helps. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh! Okay. So this drone is about to be out of commission in like 2 seconds. And we don't really need our shields recharging immediately. But that's 2 batches of fire, which is twice as bad as 1. So I'm thinking I'm sending both these guys over there. And I'm going to switch up the targeting to the weapons, because the shield's down for at least 1 more shot at the Ion Blast. I want to disable at least 1 of these, because the shield, it'll recharge on its own, can take at least 1 hit. So let's go with that. Nice. Worked out. Also, the drone has just fallen. I'm gonna get this med bay up and running because they're taking some damage here. Once this is at 2, forget the med bay, repower the drone. Let's get rid of evasion because we have the shield up. Let's put that into oxygen and actually went back into med bay. There we go. Oh, so they're trying to escape. We're not gonna let them. I mean, there's nothing I can really exactly do to stop them except completely and utterly destroy them. But you can attack the driver's seat, which does help delay them. So there we go. Nice. 3 fuel, 16 scrap, 1 drone part. Oh, the pirate's gone. You signal the station. They appreciate what we've done. I didn't even know we were defending a station here. So double rewards. Pretty good. Alright. Let's reposition our folks. What is this? Oh. Oni buff's going out. Alright, everybody's safe and sound at their posts. We want... Oof. This is tough. I want more blue options. But I'm thinking it's 5 engines before we get the blue options. I'm just going to go with the door system. You really want door system before Sector 2, and we're getting pretty close to Sector 2. I guess not that close, but I've been traumatized by our first attempt here. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3, or... let's go 1, 2, 3. I think that's better. Because we have some extra nodes there towards the end. Oh, so we have a rock ship. They usually come with missiles. They love their missiles. And they're coming in hot, so let's do what we do best here. Full everything to evasion. They don't have a teleporter, which usually they don't, but you know, now I'm like scared everything has a teleporter. So we're gonna take a missile here. Did that cause a fire? No. Okay, so we got lucky. I think that just got disabled. So we're gonna switch to, because we hit the driver's seat, everything's 100% hit chance, so I know I'm guaranteed to, on the next one, disable this one, unless they have like an exuberant amount of weapons upgrades, system upgrades. Oh, and they surrender, so I'm inclined to take the offer. But even just like 5 more scrap, I think would be better. And they're really in a pickle here, so we're not gonna accept surrender this time. Maybe it's not the best, but I think it'll work out. Are they gonna get full recovery from this? No. Okay, we got a lucky weapons hit. So just switching between weapons and shields here. Give it a little micro. Okay, so that's a lot more scrap and only one less fuel. I'd say it's worth. Okay, ship upgrades. We want to make sure we're in ship shape. So let's get some engines. Now these are good to get as well. Okay, we definitely want to get our oxygen at least at 90% before we jump. Speaking about before we jump, we want to heal this up as well. And that is healed. 69%. Nice. So many world buffs going out. Got the spider sausage, moonberry juice. What else we got? Some truffles, banana bread, fine aged cheddar. Oof, that's the good stuff right there. 77%. Wait, does this not go up when I'm all tabbed? It does not. I think it pauses when I'm all tabbed. Interesting. So now we're at 30% evade with our new ship upgrade. Let's jump. Yeah, so that was pretty close. Let's get into these nebulas, because we got a good cluster of the regular ones down the bottom. But we want to make sure the nebulas have... What? We've been boarded. Did we get the doors? We did. Okay. Alright, so we don't see them. But this door just lit up red, so we know one guy's in there. So we're going to send in the humans. Okay, it's 4 dudes. They're in my med bay. Let's go for a good old-fashioned outnumbering. Okay, see, I can't fit 4 in here, so I'm gonna let... Ooh. And when you fight in a med bay, it's like, you're always gonna win. Unless they're like tier 2 fighting Mantis, and your guys are like really bad at fighting. Like Engi, but these are just humans. Sector 1 usually fight humans. So, let's see, I don't really need this guy to be leveled up in fighting, but having the humans leveling up in fighting is better. Is there a guy in the pilot room as well? It's not good. Alright, we'll send him to do some repairs. Usually I like to get the engine guy as much repair skill as possible. Because having your engines go down is bad. Okay, so he got some fight skill. Charlie got some fight skill. I think Charlie was on shields. Maxwell's the driver. He got a little repair. Wait a minute. Mara has some engines, and Tomas is switch these guys up. Definitely want to check that. As you can see, Tomas is almost level 2, which will help it charge even faster. So didn't really get anything from that, except some fighting skill, I guess, if you want to count that. So this reveals that there's a distress beacon here. So that's a tough call. Nebula could be... It would slow it down. So potentially we could get a whole other unvisited location out of it. But a distress beacon could have good... It's more likely to have a chance at something good. Where these could all just be empty or, you know, something else. I'm gonna go distress beacon. I think it's worth it. Yeah, we've been burned in the past, but Oh, they fell into our dastardly trap. That's okay. I love traps. They usually yield scrap for me. So, okay, they have a missile launcher, which isn't good. Um, yeah, one more energy would be sweet. Let's target the shields again. I believe that was my mistake first time around, because I was targeting the weapons. Oof, that miss. It hurts. Wow, double miss. What are the chances of that? Post down in the comments. Okay, weapons have been disabled and they're about to go down. Okay, before anything changes, let's get the oxygen charging because we know that takes a bit. A decent amount of scrap. Okay, okay. Let's get, that's what we'll do. Let's get an energy because energy is great and we have a use for it right now. For the extra dodge. Let's see, are we at over 90%? Yeah, we're fine. So that was good. That was good. Okay, rock ship. Oh, what? They were sabotaging my engines? So here, this is what I'm talking about, guys. They tried to hack my engines, but because my engines are so thick, we still have engines. If I did not have this extra point into the system, we would have a 0% dodge chance and be eating all of those bombs that they'd be launching on us. The difference between one engine point and 0 is 15% dodge, so that's when it's manned. Alright, let's get this fight going. Because we have all this excess energy though, we can power like everything we want. So we can just power this for fun. Oh wait, we have to target the shields as always. I bet these guys surrender too. Ooh, 100% hit chance. Let's power down that junk over here. Oh wow, they did not get powered down. So one thing you can do that's like sneaky, if you don't have boarding drones or teleportation, and you can get an achievement for it, I think, on one of the cruisers, one of the spaceships, is you can disable their oxygen until they run out of breath, like I did in the second attempt. And it's like the same rewards as if you killed their whole crew without damaging the ship or destroying the ship. Pirates destroyed. We get some scrap. I like it. All right, ship. We're gonna get some second level oxygen here, and that's good because we like to traverse nebulas, and in nebulas there's a lot of slugs, and slugs like to hack your oxygen systems, which can really put you on the back foot when trying to do the harder things like killing their crew for the extra rewards, or just gives you much less time to think about it. Also, it's going to help us between sectors to just refill all that oxygen so we can mess around with our energy more. So we drove too close to the sun. There is a scout ship, but once again, no shields, not really too much of a threat. We're going to immediately target the weapons because we want no missiles to hit us if possible. Oh, and if they do launch a missile, we want as much dodge as possible. Luckily, we don't need any dodge. And that's a quick and easy. Probably get out before the next solar flare. Maybe? Wait. If we charge, I think if we have more points than that, it charges faster. Come on. Okay. Ooh. Towed the line there. Could we go there? That's the only place we can go. So we're going. Hopefully I didn't screw myself there. Ooh. Nothing responds or hails. How mysterious. Alright. It's so maybe that I could go here and then there. You know, even if they catch us, it'd be cool. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so always attack the slaver scum because option number 1 is get a crew member, and it's overpriced sometimes. Option number 2 is attack them and they'll surrender and give you a slave member. So it's like for free. So we're gonna attack, and it's just a little itty bitty slug ship, so no need to worry. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting here. So if you notice the doors on my ship, I can pretty much go into every room. The slug ship can't. So we've disabled their oxygen. Oh, this is a tough call. So they will asphyxiate in like a minute. So what I could do, I mean, ultimately we're going to want the extra crew member, I think. It's more valuable than the asphyxiation rewards. But this is a ship type where you can do this sort of thing. If you damage their O2 enough, and you have high enough shields that you can just withstand their weapons, you will eventually suffocate them and get the rewards. But since we're not super interested in just a high amount of scrap at this time, I think the scrap you get is probably around 30. And a crew member is worth something like 30 to 60. And we're low on crew members. And I'd like to spread out a few crew members. Maybe get some Mantis crew members. That would be good. So we're just going to proceed with this attack here. Oh, how dare they hit me. Yeah, so take one of our slaves. You destroy us, they'll die anyway. Accept their offer. They give us a lousy human. I mean, they're still gonna die, right? There's probably a fire spreading or something. Slug cruisers are cool though. Are we oxygenless right now? Let's see. Look how much faster it is with 2. Way better. So we'll he'll be our security guard. He'll just patrol all around. Okay, so this is what happens if you land on a node that is in the red. So as you can see, it's a big missile launcher, probably a tier 2 laser gun. We got the Oni buff going out. And let's make sure I'm not AFK. Okay. So we're just trying to live here. Yeah, there's no way we can eat through tier 2 shields with an anti-ship drone and an ion blast. And even if we did get a shot off, it would be like 1 shot. Such a low chance to hit weapons. So we're just gonna full power to engines and just try to get out here as fast as possible. We'll auto fire there, and it doesn't cost us anything really. But you'll see. Even 2 successive ion shots, like bam, shields down. Actually, hold up. Maybe it is worth it. Oh, no. There it is. Holy moly. Alright, so he's almost dead. We're gonna send him to help repair. And now we can jump. And we're gonna get out. Get to the next sector. So we have two choices here before it splits. This is the first time you're gonna get to see this map. So that's the last sector. This is where we are now. Green is civilian, purple is uncharted nebula, red is rebel controlled or something. But green can also be like an Engi homeworld or Zoltan homeworld. Purple could be the Slug homeworld. Red could be Mantis homeworld. I think red could also be Rock homeworld, which is where special events take place, how you get sort of the other cruisers. So civilian sectors usually have a lot of stores, a lot of distress beacons, but what you really want to look at is like, do you like this path better, or do you like that path better? And once you get here, yeah, once you get here, you know, it's kind of like planning out your jumps. You want to plan out your sector jumps as well. So maybe I want 2 greens. I'm gonna get a red eventually. A red, and then 3 greens to the end, completely skipping nebulas. You could do that if you want. But I find civilian sectors, they have a lot of high shields. I don't really have a good way to deal with shields yet, so we're gonna go to Uncharted Nebula and just try to eke out a living there and see what happens. And hopefully these are, you know, fine. They're probably fine. Let's go to the Uncharted Nebula. Let's check it out. Okay. They threaten to impair our systems. Let's get healed up, repaired up. Thomas isn't looking too good. He's okay. Ooh, wait, what time is it? Oh, actually, I have to go raid. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.